This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
You all ready for this?
This is a sham.
No.
Nope.
Y'all, just stop.
Get real.
Oh, welcome to DBL. I'm Sam in for Tori. How's everybody feeling today? Feeling good?
Yeah, feel great. Good to be back with y'all.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we missed you.
Been forever, but yeah, it was a great trip. So it's good to see your faces.
Good to
Love
see you
so
too.
much.
I love
I
y'all.
can't wait for everybody to see what Al did over the past few days because it's quite heartwarming. Okay, let's begin. If you were at social media at all, or if you were on social media at all yesterday, it seemed like everyone was posting tributes to the moms in their lives for Mother's Day, including a number of stars. Beyonce honored her mom, Tina Knowles-Lawson, posting a video of her jamming out at one of her concerts, saying, quote, "I'm so grateful for all you do for me." Then there's Gwyneth, who posted a double tribute wishing her daughter Apple a happy 19th birthday while also thanking her for giving her the gift of being her mom. And Demi Moore posted this photo holding her new granddaughter Luetta. Yes, wow. Meantime, Tom Brady honored his mother and both his exes, Giselle and Bridget Moynihan, with a series of photos. He said, "We are all so grateful for your support and helping us all achieve our dreams." Finally, new mom Paris Hilton posted a series of very glossy photos with her little angel baby Phoenix. So, how was everyone's Mother's Day? Since you kind of gave a little teaser, tell us about where you were and what you did.
It was great. I mean, I'm sure our DBL family knows, but you know, my mom met the man that you'll see that she married when she found her birth daughter. This is like a Lifetime movie, honestly.
Yeah.
And I went down there and met him, and I just thought he was a family member that I hadn't met. And then like about 10 minutes into it, I was like, oh, this is a date. You know, I was like, oh, I'm in the middle. I'm third wheeling it here.
And this was when? 2 years ago?
This was 2017.
Okay.
This is pre-COVID.
Got it.
Well, you know, I'm just finding out I have a sister. My mom had told me a while ago, you know, my mom had her birth daughter as a result of a sexual assault, and she was forced to give her daughter up for adoption, and she could never find her because they changed the name, and they made it so that you couldn't. So my mom just knew that she had a daughter in the world somewhere. Can you imagine that?
No, I can't.
Can you imagine that as a, you know? And so my mom is on 23andMe, gets an email saying, hey, there's a user on here with 50% of your DNA, and would you like to meet them? She goes, yes. An email comes up and says, hey, I think of your daughter, you want to get on the phone?
Oh my God.
And here we go. So, you know, I meet my sister, who's amazing, and who looks like my mom, has a master's degree in social work like my mom, even though they never met. Crazy. And then she introduced him to Montez, the best name ever. And my mom and Montez fell in love, and they got married this past weekend.
Unbelievable.
I
love it. Yeah, it's all the things. So I'm finding.
Look.
Oh, this is the video. They had a chef come in, and she was amazing. Chef Lisa came and hooked it up in the house, and we had a small ceremony. I made this video just for you guys, but that's my mom and her birth daughter.
Wow.
And we both walked her down the aisle, and it was just this beautiful enclosure at Ashley River Park. And I want to give them a shout out too, because at the end of this, the person that was in charge of that came running out and comped the entire venue that you see there.
Why?
Yes. No, I don't know.
That's amazing.
It was amazing. Yes. So this was just a week. Yes, Erica. I thought somebody. The way she came running after us, I thought somebody left their cell phone. And so she's like, I just want to let you guys know we comped everything.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So it was just like the good guys win sometimes.
Yes.
Man.
And Dr. Jackie looked stunning.
I saw my mom. I was like, all right. I mean, it was just. I couldn't have written a script better than this. So, what about you guys?
Well, I didn't get a chance to spend Mother's Day with my mom, but she got a chance to spend Mother's Day with my brother and his two girls, my two nieces. But I just want to say, like, we've been together for 6 years now, and it's like these stories of our lives, to see the evolution of everything that's happened is just really so special. Like when we first heard the story of your mom and sister, her birth daughter, it was like we didn't know each other.
Right.
And now, like, I've met your sister, like, your mom, like, has been a part of this journey. It's just so crazy how everything's unfolded in our little, like, DBL family. But I got to It is a blessing. It really is. I got a chance to hang out with one of my girls, Sadie's, who used to actually work here,
Shout
but
out
she
to
is
Sadie's.
she's a mom now,
Yes.
and she hosted a Mother's Day brunch. She works for a radio station here in Denver, and it was such a lovely time. This is Breon. She's a beautiful singer. There was a violinist. It was just really nice. So I was happy to be there as, the cool auntie.
Yeah.
Jeffrey, what did you do?
Well, we blew it up extravagantly. We went to Outback Steakhouse.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes. I asked Jordan, where do you want to go? Anywhere you want. There's my beautiful mom up top. That's at our engagement, actually. So, Mom, we got to get some new photos. But that was us yesterday with the boys. I go, Jordan, where do you want to go? Anywhere you want. She's like, I'm going to do some Outback Steakhouse. So
Good.
there you go. That's
They have
Jordan.
the best onion rings.
Oh,
those
those
little skinny
No,
ones.
man, bloomin' onion. What do you mean
Yes,
onion
they're not
ring?
onion rings.
Oh.
How dare you? How dare you ruin Mother's Day?
You know what she did? She just hadn't been out back in a long time.
She tried to be
It's
like,
all
She
good.
knew something about onion rings, but she couldn't really put her finger on it.
It's all
Sammy,
good.
what did you do?
Yeah.
I had a really wonderful day yesterday, so I got to sleep in. I got to hang out with the kiddos. We went for a hike, and the hike was awesome. This was dinner, so we all went out to dinner, and it was just so fun because Sophie loves to get dressed up. So Sophie's like, Mom, you got to wear a dress. I did not wear a dress, but like she did. And Miles, we don't take out to restaurants very often, and so he had a blast. He had a really good time. But yeah, during the day, we went on the coolest hike where we saw a beaver making a dam.
All right.
We saw groundhogs, we saw birds, it was amazing. And then,
Not in any of these pictures, but in theory.
I was enjoying the moment with the beaver. I was enjoying
How
the
do you know
moment
it was making a dam?
because everybody told us. Everyone's like, did you look in the open space? It's completely flooded and there's beavers down there making dams.
What if they were just down there?
No, they were making dams. They were chopping wood and making dams. And then I also got to go get a massage. So I did leave the family.
Yes.
I left the family and I went and got a massage, and it was
Sam,
maybe next time you tell that story, you leave the first part out.
a fake beaver story. There were beavers, not in that shot. That was a lot of bushes. But there were beavers, trust me.
Oh my gosh, thank you, Steve. Our sound guy lives near me. He went and saw them too. Thank you, Steve. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Are we sure, Steve? I didn't hear Steve.
I didn't hear him either.
Okay,
We're all hooked up on the same channel.
I'm done. Our coming up on DBL, our interview with a boutique owner who went viral for her plus size positivity, how she's helping other women feel their best. And do you believe in miracles? Wait until you hear what happened at a Connecticut church that has some saying it was divine intervention.
DBL, this show is amazing.
There's a lot going on down here.
I would have been part of the Mile High Club.
Yeah.
So on point. But I'm gonna have a conversation about what's happening now.
Where'd you go?
Sometimes you gotta take those down.
Really?
If it's like the main
First of all, isn't it crazy how much Stanley Market? I am talking to Jody.
Al's having a conversation with Jody, one of
they're
our
little
producers,
troublemakers.
who is a new mom. So he's in his earpiece. So he's asking her about her Mother's Day. But okay, Outback. First of all, I love y'all went to Outback.
Yeah.
What is it? The biscuits or the
Bloomin'
rolls
Onion.
with the?
Oh, they give you the bread and butter first.
Yeah, but that like what is it? Honey butter?
Yeah.
Cinnamon? Oh, it's
Yeah.
so good.
So I haven't been in a while. Like I don't know what. The last time we went to Outback was like when we were traveling. We're like, oh, there's an Outback. You know what I mean? Or something. And Jordan loves like chain restaurants. You know what I mean? Like if it was Father's Day, like let's go to a steakhouse or get crab legs or something. It's just so Jordan to say, let's go to Outback and be excited about it. You know what I mean? Nothing. I love
place to
Outback.
go with the kids.
So
too.
good. And the waiter everyone was great. Had a drink. The food was really good.
Yeah. We used to take the boys there.
That's a whole field of prairie dogs, and no one's
for
allowed
our
to go in there. 'cause they monitor
kids that
them.
we would advocate for. We
The
take
prairie
them there
dog
a
is so
lot
sweet.
because it's like the booths are so
Yeah,
big and they
yeah.
can kind of
There is
like,
a sign
like you can
that
watch
says-
television. They have all the screens, so it is a great place to, and the food's good.
And they gave us a little $10 Mother's Day gift card to come back, so we'll be back.
Nice, nice. Yeah, my mom has been in. She was in Washington for the past week. And it's just nice for her to like get to go because where she lives, she's really close to my older brother and his family. So to see my younger brother and his family in Washington, she was really excited about that.
Yeah, my mom was with my other brother, and they're like, so they did a good Mother's Day too. I called them, but they were a little tied up. But happy Mother's Day.
They're still making fun of me. I can't. Welcome back to DBL. This is huge.
You're bringing it on yourself.
This is huge. Do you all believe in miracles? I know Erica does. Well, check this out. A church in Connecticut is being investigated by the Vatican for a possible miracle that happened last month. A layperson was distributing hosts for communion when they found the wafers had miraculously multiplied. The Reverend described the miracle saying, quote, God provides. And it's strange how God does that. DBL Nation, we want to hear from you. Do you believe in miracles? Go to dblvote.com to weigh in.
I believe in miracles. I mean, it's not shocking, but I feel like my whole life is a miracle. I feel like all of our lives, like being here is a miracle. Like, let's just be honest. The fact that any of us are sitting here right now is a big miracle. It's like impossible to get pregnant. I'm serious. Like the likelihood.
No, it's not a slam dunk to get pregnant. And we've covered stories on this because when I was younger, I just thought, yeah, you get pregnant. But like you start to talk to people, there are miscarriages. Some people just can't carry it. So yes, the miracle of life. That there's a reason they titled that video like that. I used to show that in middle school, by the way.
In your health class.
Yeah, that's right. So Erica, I mean, my only question is, if we're all miracles and everything's a miracle, then is there such thing as a miracle?
Do you believe in miracles, Al? Do you believe in them? Do you want me to give you some examples?
Yeah.
Would you like me to give you some examples?
I will say yes. I will say yes. I'm not, Jeff, you are a resident Catholic here. Do you believe in miracles?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I think there's like in all seriousness, I believe there's some sort of other power or being or energy out there. Definitely. I definitely do. In this particular case, I'm not sure this equates into a miracle. There are some fantastic things that have happened, but I did grow up in a very Italian neighborhood. I grew up Catholic, and sometimes it gets a little quirky, right? So like sometimes my ex-girlfriends or whatever, and I'm best friends with her cousin, very Italian, they would see like Jesus's face in like a piece of fruit, and then you couldn't touch the basket, and the priest would come over, bless the house. People are there crying, praying to the piece of fruit that kind of looks like Jesus might be in there, and it gets like real serious. So where I'm from, you got to believe in that stuff.
I love it. And is that a bad thing? I'm here for that. Anything, first of all, I think that's the first time ever on the show we've ever started something with being investigated by, and it was a good thing for miracles. So I'm here for it. Anything that brings people to the house, brings people together, I'm here for that. I do think there are some miracles
I wanted to give you some examples. I don't have my card, but I remember them. So this is according to the Sanctuary of Our Lady of Lourdes. This is where there's like people come from all over. They pilgrim there, and wonderful. Here we go. Okay. So these are actual miracles that have been investigated. 70 miracles have been investigated, completely investigated from multiple people. Stop looking at me.
I'm just saying, let's get to one.
No. Okay, so here's some examples. This is unbelievable. We have Sister Luciana Traverso, cured of near total paralysis.
Okay.
Okay. We have Delizia Ciroli, cancerous tumor in the knee, went there, gone. We have Sister Bernadette Moreau, cured of a nerve disorder, and then Marie Simone Pierre, cured of Parkinson's disease, went there, gone.
Okay.
So just wanted to let you know, because I know sometimes you're a little cynical.
Well, I've never had miracles yelled at me before, so that was weird. Cancer, gone, buddy. Arthritis, nothing.
Our viewers, 81% of you believe in miracles. That's beautiful.
I think that's a good thing.
19% of you do not. We'll be right back.
We have seen the warnings. Too much screen time can lead to migraines. But is that true for every migraine sufferer? To get the facts, we went to Dr. Megan Donnelly, lead neurologist for Novant Health, Dr. Ahmad Estamalik, headache specialist for the Cleveland Clinic and the Mayo Clinic. The Mayo Clinic describes a migraine as a headache that is accompanied by severe throbbing pain or pulsing sensation in your head.
By definition, to be considered migraine, somebody has to have had at least 5 attacks in their life.
Those attacks can include nausea, vomiting, and extreme sensitivity to light and sound. But can too much screen time cause them?
Screen time alone is not going to cause a migraine in somebody who wasn't really supposed to have one anyway.
Dr. Donnelly says it can be a trigger for people who are sensitive to light and have experienced migraines in the past.
If there's somebody who already is predispositioned to having migraine, they run in the family, they've had them previously, screen time can play a role for some patients.
The time of day can also play a role in migraines that are triggered by screen time.
So if somebody is looking at the screen and it's during regular hours, they might do better. But if they're looking at the screen at all hours of the night, that can worsen the frequency of migraine as well.
Really minimize screen time, phone time, especially in the 1 to 2 hours before someone goes to sleep. I think that will make a tremendous difference.
Dr. Donnelly says other triggers like stress, whether too much or too little sleep, can also kick off a migraine. So getting a migraine from too much screen time really depends on the individual's triggers. With your Verify Fact Check, I'm Megan Bragg.
Welcome back to DBL. Earlier, we sat down with the owner of the plus-size boutique, Juicy Body Goddess, a place where you have to be too something to do something. Not only does Summer Lucille cater to plus-size women, she lets them know they're worthy of looking good and being loved. Watch.
My name is Summer Lucille. I am the owner and founder of Juicy Body Goddess, which is a plus size only boutique, and I deal confidence. So my favorite line is, you gotta be too something to do something, which was one of my lines that initially helped me go viral in 2021. You gotta be too something to do something. The stigma around women being over 200 pounds is this or that. Well, in my store, I want you to know you have to be over 200 pounds to play. So I want to break the ice, and when they come in, we just treat them like queens and princesses and just cater to them. And I want them to walk out of there just feeling better than they did when they walked in. It feels good to be nice. It feels good to give somebody, a stranger, a compliment. You never know what people are going through. It makes me feel good. I don't know about other people, but I love uplifting people. It's like my purpose, and uplifting. Every compliment I give somebody is feeding this confidence angel inside of me.
Wow, wow, wow. Welcome to DBL, Summer Lucille.
Yeah. Hey, sis, hey. Okay, I'm like a fan. I've been following you. Okay, so Summer, very few people get to fulfill their purpose in life. How did your mom help you to fulfill yours, or at least to get the inspiration to do so?
Not only did she encourage me with words and empower me as just a little girl, she also lived her purpose, and she lived out loud, and she lived in confidence. So not only did I hear it, that you're the prettiest little girl that ever walked this earth, she also walked with her head up loud and proud. And not only my mom, my dad, showing how my dad showed love to my mother, and my aunties are divas. So I was just born for this.
Summer, we love your passion. This is an important question. What do people not realize about the damage they're doing when grouping overweight and unhealthy people together?
It's pushing a negative narrative that is not really honestly fair. I am the fattest I ever been in my life, and I am the healthiest. You would have looked at me 15 years ago doing a Kanye pepper diet, doing a cabbage, only cabbage, watermelon diet, boiled egg diet. I was very unhealthy. I go to the doctor, I'm very healthy, and it's very unfair to push your fat phobia and use that as a way to push your hate onto fat people while bringing that unhealthy argument into the conversation. Yes, there are unhealthy skinny skinny people. There's unhealthy fat people. So nobody should really be telling you if you're healthy or not, unless it's your doctor. That's the only person that should ever tell you if you're healthy or not. So that I just do not like that narrative.
Beautifully
when people bring that into conversation.
Beautifully stated. And bringing up just like pressure, you know, I think about prom. There's a lot of pressure when it comes to prom and finding that perfect dress. How did your own prom play into wanting to give other girls the perfect experience?
You know, I look back, and at the time of my life when I was going through prom, it was a very, very horrific experience for me. But I thank God I went through it, because if I didn't go through that, I wouldn't be able to help these girls that I'm helping today. I know how I feel not to find a dress. I know how I feel to be the fattest girl in the room. I know how I feel to not want to sit in the front of the room because you think people want to, the classroom, because you think people want to make fun of you while they're sitting in the back of the room. So I know this, so my life experience was able to, and I healed myself so I can heal these other girls and show them that their insecurities are actually beautiful, and to embrace them and to move forward. And it's a privilege. And again, it healed me, because some of these girls lost their mother, lost siblings, dealing with cancer. And back then, all I couldn't do is find a dress. Now I look back on my pictures and felt I was loved, and I appreciate it. So it healed me while I'm healing these young ladies.
Testimony teaches. Yes, Summer, we have about 30 seconds left, but what do you have to say to the people watching and struggling to love their size?
You have to love yourself. Get around people that love you just as much as you love yourself. Get in that mirror, tell yourself you're beautiful, and focus on the stuff you love about yourself. And your size is just a number. I promise you. And your final hour is not because I couldn't wear those jeans. It's going to be who I loved, who loved me, your children, your family. Weight is such... it has no weight, no pun. So love yourself. Don't get discouraged. And you can just come and get something from me. I'll get you all cute. You know.
Yes.
Summer, our viewers are loving you. I just want to end on this note. Beauty's Whole Health writes in, thank you so much, Summer, for your passion and mission of beauty.
So
and let me tell you,
Thank
everyone's echoing those sentiments. Also, DBL Nation, make sure to follow Summer across social media at Juicy Body Goddess 2.0.
Yes.
Her website, juicybodygoddess.com, and visit the store, which is right there in the Charlotte area. So to our Charlotte viewers, or if you're visiting, we'll be right back. Thank you so much, Summer. Congratulations on all your success.
Thank you.
Well
Thank you so
deserved.
much.
DACA, Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, allows people who were brought to America illegally as kids to avoid deportation and to receive a work permit. Every 2 years, they have to renew this status, and they'll be rejected if they have any felonies on their record. In a recent viral video, a woman says that a new law in Florida will make simply living with her undocumented parents a felony, putting her DACA status at risk.
I am no longer able to live under my parents' roof due to the immigration law that's going to take effect in July 1st. Since I am a DACA recipient and it is illegal to live with an undocumented person, and if you do, you commit a felony.
So is that true? Has Florida made it a felony to live with someone who's undocumented? Let's verify. Our sources: Florida Senate Bill 1718, the text of an earlier version of the bill, and Natalie McEwen, an immigration lawyer in Florida. On May 10th, Governor Ron DeSantis signed Senate Bill 1718 into law and includes a wide variety of immigration crackdowns. One section makes it a felony to transport someone who's in America illegally into the state of Florida. When the bill was first proposed, that section also made it a felony to, quote, conceal, harbor, or shield from detection anyone who might be here illegally. It also made it illegal to drive them around within the state, not just across state lines. But regardless, this wording didn't make it in the final bill. So the law taking effect in July only prohibits transporting someone in the country illegally into Florida. It says nothing about simply living with them being against the law. That means we can verify, no, Florida has not made it a felony to live with someone who's undocumented. With your Verify, I'm Casey Decker.
Are you skeptical of headlines and what you see on social media? We are too. The Verify newsletter helps you distinguish between true and false information by answering your questions. It provides fast facts on trending topics, spotlights major stories, and even includes a daily fun fact for all those trivia buffs out there. Get Verify's fast facts delivered every weekday to your email inbox. Go to verifythis.com/email to check it out.
Verify here with your fast fact. Nobody enjoys that feeling when you open your car door on a hot summer day and it feels like an oven. Verify viewer M emailed us to ask if tinting her windows can help keep the inside cooler. So M, let's verify using these sources. The inside of a car gets hot because the sun's UV rays penetrate the glass. The energy from the rays is then absorbed by the surfaces and released as heat that gets trapped inside. All of our sources say tinting your windows can help block some of the sun's rays and keep the interior of your car a few degrees cooler. The exact amount depends on the darkness and quality of the tint and which windows are tinted. So, yes, tinted windows reduce heat inside of a car. Tinting rules vary by state, so make sure to check the laws where you live. With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
Escape to paradise for your chance to win the perfect family getaway. Watch DBL every day for a word of the day. Then enter at dailyblastlive.com/beaches for your chance to win a 4-day, 3-night beaches resort stay for a family of 4 to a beaches resorts destination in Jamaica or Turks and Caicos. Today's beaches resorts word of the day is waves. The winner will be announced on DBL May 24th.
Welcome back. If you suffer from joint pain, there are certain foods you should avoid to prevent inflammation. It's time for some joint muscle support brought to you by Omega XL. Doctors say these foods trigger inflammation and aggravation of your arthritis symptoms. First, too many sweets. The amount of sugar in one soda is enough to trigger the response. Next, refined carbohydrates. These are foods like white bread and French fries. Lastly, many people with joint pain are sensitive to gluten found in things like wheat, barley, and rye. Omega XL has improved the lives of millions of consumers, supported by 30 years of clinical research. Omega XL's powerful and proven benefits have transformed the lives of athletes, celebrities, and dedicated daily users. Call 800-813-6801 or visit omegaxl.com for more information. All right, so we got one little story before we go, okay? A fisherman off the coast of Hawaii had quite the scare. He was kayaking when a tiger shark launched itself at the boat. Yep.
Okay.
Luckily, the fisherman was able to kick the shark away before it caused any damage. He said the shark probably mistook him for a seal, you know, because of his kayak. So.
I like that he's defending the shark in that situation. That's why I don't kayak.
That's why you don't kayak.
It's a home game for them. I'm not going.
Bye, guys.